Oh, hi. I didn't see you there because I can't see you. You're through. I'm staring at a webcam right now. Hello, everyone. Have no fear. The weekend may be over, but it just means we're starting a new week. Another Umbra video. So today we are going to be starting off with just a little bit of Zoma and a little bit of news. First off, for people who are stream viewers, I'm switching around my Monday and Tuesday stream. Tomorrow is the JP update. Tonight there's nothing, so I'm just not doing the Wotv thing tonight. I'm going to do the card game thing tonight and then switch around and do the Wotv thing another night, tomorrow kind of thing. So if you are looking for all that FF7 good news to do with remake, such as Master Ability 2s and everything like that, I will be doing a video about that tomorrow, but I will also be doing a stream tomorrow. So please look forward to that, dear viewer. But remember, they are swapped. So tonight, card games. But hey, if people show up anyway for that, that's a plus in my books. Thanks to everybody who turned out last week for the 3rd anniversary stream, whether or not it was a really good stream, which, judging by most people's opinions, it seems like no. It was really fun. It's always really fun to have people turn out and just chat and have a good time. And that much is true. It is way better time with viewers than it is by myself. So without getting too sentimental, also, if there's anything that you would like to see for a kind of video this week, let me know. Drop it in the comments below. I'll try and take a peek. It is going to be a really busy week for me this week at work, but I'll try and get around to doing it. All right, so now that we've wasted 2 minutes, let's talk about what's going on. So JP's stuff, we're kind of waiting to hear about, so there's not really much I can do on the JP side at this point. And honestly, who cares? Like, FF7 Remake is coming back. There will be upgraded weapons and all of that, Master Abilities 2s, but everybody's kind of waiting for Sephiroth, and that is something that we are going to talk about tonight. That's not the only thing we're going to talk about, mind you, because as it turns out today, there's a little bit of a thing that might have been shown off that we will talk about in a second here. But what is coming to global this week specifically? Not anything else. So we have a bunch of new vision cards to talk about. First off, we have 2 free cards. They were free on JP, so I'm assuming that they are free on global. And I will just put them on the screen right now so we can talk about them. And this is really simple in terms of recommendations. First Step Towards Glory and A Meal to Remember. 2 free vision cards. Now, before everybody builds these free vision cards, I would like to caution globalers. You are orbs. I know you guys got a terrific deal of them not too long ago. I'm going to say this. Potentially hold on to them. When the reincarnation system comes around, you may need a boatload of those things. If so, you're going to be happy that you... So, like, if you're planning on building some of these free vision cards, my honest recommendation is just hold off till you see the reincarnation system and what that system actually entails for this kind of stuff. But get the free cards, get all of the shards that you potentially need from certain places, and that's it. As for Peaceful Days, it's for ice ranged units. There isn't too much else to talk about here. It's simple. If you want this, you're going to get this vision card. Like, if you are a ice range person, it's probably good. I'm an ice range person. I didn't get this vision card. I've been okay for the last few months. That's about it. That's all there is to say about that. So, moving on. So what are we going to talk about for the rest of the time? Well, really quickly and kind of un-in-depth, I'm going to talk about a question that I've been asked recently in the comment section, which is Pizarro and Zoma, the 2 Dragon Quest characters, besides Slime, that is. Are they used in JP? Are they used in any serious capacity? And are they any good? All right, so let's talk about Zoma first, because Zoma is really easy. I like him. He did appear in the most recent JP tournament. So did Pizarro, but Pizarro kind of showed up for a different reason. So really quickly, I'm going to talk about this guy. Now, this guy did show up and was pretty darn successful. He's pretty difficult to kill. He can stack a fair amount of HP. There are good ice vision cards that help boost magic. He's even a little bit tanky. He's a little bit hard to kill. And he synergizes very well with bears through multiple different vision cards, both elemental and not elemental. And I do realize, dear viewer, that this vision card is on here just because I need to reorganize some stuff with my ice card or my ice team. But honestly, I like this character. This is still a strongly recommended character from my point, especially for ice people who are looking, maybe to get into ice magic, or maybe you just want a off type of damage. In JP Arena, I've seen sometimes where teams are just stacked with shooting resistance because JP very much in a lot of ranged meta. So if you have an off type of damage like him, and he's also a demon, so human killers don't work on him, he ends up being a really cool, weird character. He also has the derpiest run animation ever. I'm not going to show it to you because I want it to be a little bit of a secret, but if you look at just this guy's 3D model, I mean, how can he not? But Zoma is a character I really like and I'm really happy with, and I still recommend him. I think he's an awesome, weird little mage, and with the job vision cards, a lot of them supporting gloves, he can surprisingly fit into certain elements better than you think he can. So yeah, I'm going to give a hearty recommendation still to Zoma, in my opinion. He's used in Arena, he's used in PvE, I've used him in both, and I'm quite happy with it. Moving on. He was also way better when you got him in the first 2 polls, but that's every character. The last but not least, Pizarro. Pizarro is a fire elemental character that also happens to have some evade synergy and bonuses. Now, Pizarro, when he came out, I was not a fan of him. He did appear in the most recent JP PvP tournament, and I'm still not a fan of him. Honestly, here is my perspective on evasion as a whole. With Sephiroth coming, I just want to say this. We need to come to an agreement here before we continue, dear viewer. With Sephiroth coming, with his limit burst the way it is, massive AoE that removes Re-Ray's guts and is basically sure hit and deals a bazillion points of damage, light evasion is dead. It's dead. It's completely dead. No matter how much we don't want it to, I personally do, light evasion is completely dead. If light is going to find a new role, I think it's going to be very much through other types of characters, such as potentially Sakura, who has a MA2 now, and is looking pretty interesting, especially with the Valfor card. There might be certain places where light can go to really find success in what will be the upcoming dark meta hellscape, but let me be very clear. I think that light evasion is completely dead. Now, dark has done some evadey stuff, water's done some evadey stuff, thunder I can't specifically remember, but maybe there's something in there. Ketone was a little bit evadey. Tifa was kind of supposed to be evadey. I mean, this girl is evadey, but mainly just because of her reaction ability, which can be countered, mind you. Ice has had, I swear she was evadey. But probably the team that seems to be making the biggest headway in evasion is Fire. And that's the thing. Right now, looking at the fire element as potentially being the new evasion, Valentine Ilera started it last year. Pizarro kind of continued it, but Yuffie feels like she's going to be the one that is either going to make or break, because much like last year when Celeste came out, Celeste had Runic and was vastly meta warping. You look at Yuffie, who has an ability that gets rid of sure hit and relies on a unit's actual accuracy. That's pretty huge. That's far, 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 far more important than anything Pizarro has in his kit. Because Pizarro, one big thing where he gets evasion boost is from his reaction ability. And if that reaction ability is canceled out by just reaction ability canceling, then it doesn't really matter that much. For people who are really looking for fire evasion, I'm going to put a huge asterisk on Pizarro. Find out what Yuffie is like, because honestly, fire you could probably do just fine with a tank, a ranged character, or an AoE character like Setia or Glassy, with Lord Mont, or I don't know, maybe even off element with June, because you can do that kind of thing with like the Dark Tetra Cell Feed card. If you just consider having like 2 fire evasion characters as just being enough with a off element whole character potentially to round it out, I really don't think that you need to think about Pizarro, because Yuffie's skill is going to be far better for evasion, and she might just be the Celeste of this year. I think that Sephiroth is going to be resoundingly powerful. I think actually Sephiroth is going to fall more into an asterisk category and be his own kind of incredibly powerful. But Yuffie is the one that is sporting a brand new ability, and we've seen these kind of brand new abilities come to the game, like Runic. We've seen them even with the Toad ability that Halloween Lucia had. These abilities have had, when they try something new, they usually have resounding effects on the game. Not always, but it is anniversary time, dear viewer. So honestly, I don't think that the Dragon Quest event is coming particularly right away to global, but either way, I would say that overall, I feel much stronger about Zoma, as he can still handle his own, but I feel that Pizarro might be replaced with Yuffie. And honestly, if you're saying, well, what about Pizarro and Yuffie, I kind of like for Globaler's Valentine Ildira more, because she's already proven to be quite strong. Globalers might already have her, but she's not limited time. So anytime you can kind of cut out a limited time unit, I say go for it. So yes, that is my reasoning. Fire evasion, I do think, has a chance, especially with Yuffie coming to the game. But we'll have to wait and see for the 22nd, but Zoma gets a much higher recommendation from me. That has not changed. Please commence complaining in the comments. All right, last thing, and I've saved this for the very end to try and keep people watching. Sorry, I am a viewer or a YouTuber, and I am making content that I want watched. Is this UR Shadow Lynx? Boy, oh boy, is UR Shadow Lynx. Has been known for a while. I mean, she won a popularity contest, known about for a while. This is probably a winter / unit. If I had to look, just based on the design, it's very flowy and wintry looking, and it looks, you know, in terms of, you know, floral design, it's fine. It's a little more skin, I guess, than I personally want to see, but that's just me. Whatever. Just ignore me this time, I guess. Like, seriously, that's a really high skirt. Like, she lifts her leg at all. Just, I don't know. I guess it doesn't get in the way of mobility. That's not what we're here to talk about. So, is this going to be a light evasion character? I certainly hope not. I honestly hope that this is just a light, strong DPS. If at all possible, I am curious whether she'll be magic or physical. Magical would probably be better, depending on how Sephi is. But that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about. I think that this unit will come out around the time of the winter units, possibly on Global and JP at the same time, as a preemptive answer to Sephiroth on Global and a post-op answer to Sephiroth on JP. I do think that Sephiroth is going to be meta warping. Why? He's an incredibly popular character at anniversary time. There's almost no reason for him not to be. And the blonde-haired sage of Hess lady, she just doesn't seem, at least on initial impression of her kit, that she is going to be meta warping. But hey, the next couple weeks are going to be really interesting with JP of seeing exactly what happens and how strong and powerful things are and how much of a difference the anniversary will make. But for now, I'm going to leave you, with dear viewer, with, are you excited for Shadow Links? Are you excited for any of the global stuff this week? Do you have any ideas for new videos that you would like to see? Or last but not least, Pizarro or Zoma? Which do you think is worth it? All of that and more. But thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you later.